Hey guys, starting another vlog. Decided to do some more work on the bike. We're going to deal with the charger and add a booster pack. Okay, well, where do I start? I went on the Endless Fear forum and talked to one of the subscribers on Facebook, and for a different charge port, it's got the standard PC plug. The issue is it's in the tank, and when you go to push it in, it's got to be perfect, or else it won't go in. It's too tight. So I pretty much what I'm going to do is he recommended using one of these. It's an NL4FX audio jack, professional audio jack. These things are good up to 80 amps, which I'll only be driving about maybe 5 through it. And basically you just push and turn, and it locks. Exactly what I'm looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that, and we will drill a hole down here where the battery box is, and put that right there. Okay, flush with the plastic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove the wires from the plug in the tank, and bring them down here and solder them to here. Okay, that'll take care of the charge port. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wire that plug in series with the controller. So when I add my booster pack, the only thing that sees the extra voltage is the controller, which will be the blue pack up there. And it goes right up to here. There's a lot of room in that tank. It's all plastic. That'll fit in there nicely. And then we'll plug it right into that outlet. I'll make 2 plugs. One for obviously for the booster pack, and then I'm going to take another one like this and just basically bridge the wires. So if I don't want to use the booster pack, I can just push that in. The bike won't work unless if I leave it out. So that's the plan, and that should do it. I'm just looking at the resting voltage of the batteries. Turn it on here. I've already moved the breaker. I'll have to take the seat off. I'm getting about 78, 40, 43. Now I know at 90 volts this controller has an issue with that, and I would like to put a 12 volt 30 amp hour LiPo 4 pack in there. So I think what I'm going to do is what I'll do is when it's fresh off the charger, take it out for a ride, maybe a block or 2. Then stop, unplug my adapter, and then plug in the booster pack, and it should be fine. It'll keep it at 89 volts here or there, which should be fine for the controller. So I've been leaving this because I got to take the whole side off the bike again. I got to drill a hole. As you can see, I've already modified the cord to the charger. I didn't want to cut the charger and put the end on, put the new end on the round connector, because eventually I'm going to sell the batteries, and I'm going to sell the charger with it. So I had the female connector there, I spliced into it, and then the other end is going to have the round connector that will just push and turn in the side of the bike, make it so much easier. They cheaped out so badly on this charger. The leads are too small, or not long enough. So when you plug it in the tank, you have to have the charger sitting on the seat. But then the leads that plug into the wall are too short, so then you have to put an extension cord on. The way the extension cord pulls the charger off, it smacks and scratches the bike, or it does this. I've already got a chunk taken out of it because it's fallen off the bike. See in the corner there. Other than that, it's a nice charger, but terrible spot to put the charge port. They could have put it anywhere on the bike, but that's what they do. They copy their designs. So that's what we're about to get at now. We're going to take the side off and dewire it and start drilling some holes. Okay, I got it open. This is the one that was giving me all the trouble. MDKA, whatever that is. Anyway, this doesn't have an open back, and the wires are way too thin to carry a pack voltage through that. So what we're going to do is we're going to save that, I have another computer plug laying around here with an open back where I can solder thick leads to it. There's no way I can draw 40 amps through that. That's or even more. Way too thin. And I don't want to destroy it, so I'm just going to save it. I got the bolts and the nuts there. We'll just find another plug to go in there so we can run the pack off it. And we'll have to run our own leads. It just basically just plugs into here. So I'll just basically see if I have another one of these plugs laying around. And we'll run some leads down to here and we'll get the drill in the frame. One thing I wanted to show you, this is kind of cool, how they make all these bikes the same. This has the same frame as a Grom. As you can see, the motor mounts would be there and the two on the back there. So you could physically take the battery box out and put a 4-stroke motor in here, which is hilarious. I pretty much use these frames for pretty much everything. Even the front, the triple trees are not galvanized, but cast iron. The heaviest part of the bike is the front end. Okay, so here's the plug all wired up, ready to go. I found another connector so I don't have to modify the one I had. Like I said, I'd like to leave the parts the way they are so I can revert it back if I need to. I'm just running the battery a bit so we can do a charge on it. Test the connector. Obviously it's fully charged, so that should be enough by now. Now all I should have to do is just basically turn this into the connector and it should start charging. And nothing. Wow. Cool. Let's find out what's going on. Okay, well all it was is a corroded pin. Once I took the plug off and scraped the pins a little bit, it's fired up right away, as you can see. As soon as I twist it, there it goes. No problem there, so we're gonna, guess we'll mark a spot and drill the hole. Well, forget about part 2, guys. There really wasn't much to see, really. I basically just ran the wires, and I ended up using big Andersons. You got a jumper there for default voltage, and I originally put this one in it, and then when by mistake, I had the bike on and went to plug this in. This was my jumper, and I totally destroyed one of the sockets, so not a good idea. If we can't even handle plugging it in, it's not going to work. Those big ass Andersons will do just fine. I'm going to configure this for 10, 20, 30, 3, 6, 12 volts at 30 amp hours. And then we'll use this Anderson here. And I'll have to find a balance lead for it. But we're ready to go. And that is so much better. I'd like to thank the guy for introducing me to that connector. That is so much better. I wish they were all like that. Oh, beautiful. Later, guys. Okay, guys. Well, I'm just about done here. I just wanted to actually share the dimensions of the pack because, for whatever reason, when you put the pack in the gas tank, it actually fits in the bottom perfectly. It doesn't jiggle around. So this is a perfect pack. It fits perfectly. And even gives you enough room to plug it in. And the dimensions are 4 by 9.5, I believe. Yeah. And that's the perfect size for that type of bike. So just put a handle on it. You just tuck it in and go. I gotta finish taping it up after I've done a few tests on it. So I figured I'd share that.